Hello everyone. Today we are going to see Civic Subject Standard 8, Chapter number 3, The Union Executive, Part 1. Students, so let's continue our third chapter, The Union Executive, with introduction. In the last chapter, we learned about the Union Legislature, which included the structure and functioning of the Parliament. In this chapter, we are going to study the Union Executive. Union Executive includes President, Vice President, Prime Minister, and Council of Ministers. So let's continue with our first point, structure of the Union Government. The Union Government means the central government. The Union Government is made up of the following constituents that we are going to see in the next slide. Okay? You can see the image of the diagram or means structure. The Union Government, there is a president. Again, in legislature and executive, two parts are there. In legislature, again two parts, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. In executive side, there is a Prime Minister and Council of Ministers. You know that the legislature, executive and judiciary are the three organs of the state, and they work for the welfare of people. Welfare is what? So it should be helpful for the society according to their health, school, other administrative things, means welfare. In a parliamentary system, the executive is part of the legislature and is responsible to the legislature. When we learn about the executive, it is important for us to understand who are included in executive, what are the constitutional provisions relating to executive, and what is the process of policy making for public welfare. India's Union Executive comprises of the President, Prime Minister, and the Council of Ministers. Next point is President. According to the provisions in the Constitution of India, the President is the supreme head of the state. The office of the President has the highest honor and prestige, and it represents the Republic of India. All executive powers of the state are vested in the President by the Constitution. The government carries out its functions in the name of the President. However, in reality, the Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers run the government. Therefore, the President is the nominal and constitutional head, whereas the Prime Minister is the executive head. See, according to the provision, President is the supreme head of the state. Okay, and President has the highest honor and prestige. He has a different, means he is a individual prestige, and it represents the Republic of India. Government carries out its function in the name of the President. Okay, However, in reality, the Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers run the government. And here they have said that the President is the nominal. Nominal means existing in the name only. They just use the name of President, and other work is done by Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers. Okay, he is a nominal. Who? President is a nominal, and Prime Minister is the executive head. Next point is election of the President. The President is indirectly elected by the people of India. The common people do not vote in the election of the President. He is elected by the directly elected representatives of the central and state legislatures. The group of these parliamentarians and members of the state legislatures is known as the electoral college. The C means we think we elect our president. So it is not like that. The president is indirectly elected by the people of India. And how? So people never vote in the election of the president. They elect means he is elected by the directly elected representatives. You know, no representatives which president elect them. So that he is elected by the directly elected representatives of the central and state legislatures. The group of these parliamentarians and members of the state legislatures is known as the electoral college. Electoral college means a body of electors, means electors, chosen or appointed by a larger group. Electoral means a body of people representing the states who formally cast votes for the election of president and vice president. Okay. Now next, the tenure means duration. The tenure of the president is 5 years. The person contesting the presidential elections should be an Indian citizen whose age should be at least 35 years. The person elected to the position of the president has to take an oath while accepting the post. According to the oath, the president bears the responsibility of protecting the constitution and ensuring that the government runs as per the constitution. The president governs in accordance with the advice given by Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers. See, they have told us the election process of the president, how it is. The president is indirectly elected by the people of India. Indirectly means we common people do not vote in the election of the president. That is important thing. He is elected by the directly elected representatives of the central and state. So that is called as a electoral college that we have seen. Now tenure of the president is 5 years. Okay, and he must be an Indian citizen and whose age should be at least 35 years. Then the person elected to the position of the president has to take oath while accepting the post. Now oath is what? It is a promise. Okay, when we get some post, so we have to take oath, mean we have to promise to the society, we have to promise to the nation. Okay, and accordingly we have to work. We have to follow our duties and regulation rules. Okay, so according to the oath, the president bears the responsibility. As I said, president bears the responsibility of protecting the constitution and ensuring that the government runs as per the constitution. Okay, and the president governs in accordance with the advice given by prime minister and the council of ministers. The responsibility of protecting the constitution is shouldered by the president. Means president carry lot of work, lot of responsibility on his shoulder. Okay, means all country is dependent. We all are dependent upon the president rules and means his we have to follow his rules and regulations. But if any act of president violates the constitution, then the parliament has the authority to remove the president. This process is known as the process of impeachment. See here, president have a lot of work, lot of responsibility about our constitution, about our country. Okay, but in other hand, president becomes violate means fail to comply with agreement. If he could not follow some rules, so he also parliament has authority to remove that person who has got this post of president, and this process is called as impeachment. Now what is impeachment? Impeachment means a charge of treason or another crime against the state. Okay, means a charge of a misconduct made against the holder of a public office. Got it? I hope student you have understood till here. Okay, we have learned in this lesson, in this video, structure of the union government. After that, president, then election of the president. In that tenure of the president, their responsibility. Okay, so I hope you have understood till here. We will see further part of this lesson in next video. Thank you.